Duelists! It is I, Hellgear. This, right here, is my shark deck. Part of me has wanted to put this deck profile up for you now, but with Legendary Duelists 9 coming out in about a week, I've decided simply to wait to give you this deck profile. So today, I'm going to talk about building the shark deck. Now, if this is something you're looking forward to, be sure to give this video a like, make sure you sub, and of course bell, so when Legendary Duelist 9 comes up, I can drop this shark deck profile for you guys. Nice. On that note, after the introduction of the shark deck, I'm going to talk about 3 specific things in this video. And those things are cards that you should be buying if you don't have them already, cards to consider, and cards to wait on getting / don't buy these cards. And with the help of my tablet, I'm also going to give you some prices to look into. So, if you find any of this helpful, again, like, sub, and bell, and share your thoughts in the comments section below. Now, I'm going to start with the cards to consider. And the first cards to consider are an actual combination of cards. And they are Fury of Kairyushin and Torrential Tribute. The shark deck can be broken down into having 3 specific kinds of builds. The shark deck can be a very aggressive deck that on an end board you can deal 8,300 damage. It can be a control deck that really puts your opponent in a tight spot, or you can stun your opponent and put up a card that they really have difficult times finding a way out of. Fury of Kairyushin, if you haven't figured this out, is a spell that rotas the Torrential Tribute. And when it's in the graveyard and you activate Torrential Tribute, you can banish your Fury of Kairyushin to keep your water monsters around. So it turns it into a one-sided board wipe. Now, Torrential Tribute comes in many different forms. This is just a common copy of the card coming from some of the structure decks. There's an ultra rare version of this from the Battles of Legends set from the past. And then, of course, the most recent reprint of Torrential Tribute was in the Grand Creators as a rare, or if you're lucky, a collector's rare. Collector's rare aside, the majority of these Torrential Tribute cards, as well as the majority of the Fury of Kairyushin cards, are going to cost you no more than $1 to $2, including tax. Now, this common print comes from Return of the Duelist, so the card is already available. And in Legendary Duelists 9, Duelists of the Deep, as we're calling it in the TCG, it is getting a reprint. So its second reprint, well, yeah, because this is the first. The second reprint is also going to be common for $1. Now, the original print comes from Legendary Duelist Season 1 as an ultra rare, and it's still going for about $1, if not $2 for tax. So if you want to buy the ultra rare copy of the card, go right ahead. If you have some spares from Return of the Duelist, fine. Otherwise, you're more than welcome to wait for the common reprint when it drops in Legendary Duelists 9. And yes, I'm going to talk about main and extra deck for these cards. Next up is a good friend of mine, Xyz Dolphin. Xyz Dolphin is a one-of for your shark deck. And since it is a common, it's one of those cheap cards. If you Xyz summon, you can special summon this card from the hand. So when you Xyz summon, and the shark deck will have a lot of Xyz monsters in the extra deck, This can give you an extender after you've made such wonderful Exceeds monsters. Then on the turn, after it was sent to the graveyard, and outside of the damage step, while this is in the graveyard, you can actually target an Exceeds monster you control and attach this to it as material. And these effects are once per turn. Now, this is a one-of, so if you do want to play this, go right ahead. It's also a Sea Serpent monster, so if someone happens to floodgate you with there can only be one, you have a different monster type on the field. Again, this is just a one-of. For the main deck, you don't really have to play it, if you choose not to. Speaking of floodgates, the biggest one coming up is called And the Band Played On. I got that trap. It essentially says that players cannot normal or special summon monsters that they control of the same level or rank. And since Splight is a bunch of level 2s, the Sharks also have a lot of monsters that are level 4. So, number 47 Nightmare Shark is a nice little switch out for the extra deck. Many of the cards in the main deck that you're going to be using in Shark can be used for Exceeds materials of rank 3, 4, or 5 monsters. And if you can get a rank 3 out, then this will help you out. So, currently on TCG Player, we have two versions. If you want the 2014 Megaton, it'll cost you about $1. But if you want to go and get the ultra rare from the manga, let's just tap on that for a minute. They're looking at $10. So let's see, heavy play for 6. And remember, this is a manga promo, so there's only one printing of it. So light plays for about 8. There goes a near mint for 9. $9.50. So about $8 to $10 for the near mint print of number 47 Nightmare Shark. When special summoned, you can attach a level 3 water monster from your hand or side of the field to this card as material. Once per turn, detach an Exceeds material from this card. Then target a water monster you control. That monster can attack your opponent directly, and other monsters cannot attack. It's essentially like the rank 3 version of Heartland Draco that I use for my Crystal Beast deck. Again, if you do get hit with And the Band Played On, or if you're like me, you actually do run some level 3 fish monsters in your fish deck, you have a rank 3 option. So you're not stuck with using all of the rank 4s that we go into when it comes to this deck. Now, the last card of cards to consider in this deck also begins cards that you should not be buying. And that is Ready Fusion. Now, I promised my dueling community who requested I make this that I wouldn't chew out or cuss out duelists when talking about this card. So, I'm going to do that, but also stay true to the reality of this card. Now, let's talk about this for a moment, okay? We got some hot sellers, some hot shots trying to get you a light play for 21. But when near mints are $24 to $25 a copy, it is 24, 25. These are the verifies for near mints. Not unlimiteds, near mints. Look at this. 25, 50. This guy is selling one for, ooh, Jesus. He's selling one for 27. Wow. 26.50, 27. So you're about $24 to $27. Now, let's be real. Are you really as a shark duelist, going to spend, on average, and they buy 2 copies of this card, are you honestly going to spend anywhere from $48 to $54 just to summon one rare fish? The answer to this question will always be no. I repeat, if you're going to spend up to $25 a copy for Ready Fusion, and most of these decks are playing 2, just to fusion summon the rare fish, please do me a favor. Walk into the bathroom and splash some cold water on your face. If you're buying Ready Fusion, it should be the Fusion Summon Quagga Hercules from your B-Trooper deck. You know? Because again, Ready Fusion is a costly card. Another reason for not getting that is you should have a rank 5 play. And this is one thing I ask duelists who are building the Shark deck. Do you have rank 5 plays to go into for your Shark deck? If you don't, that's another reason why you shouldn't be getting this card. But I want a Fusion Summon Rare Fish, Hellgear. Use Instant Fusion. Yes, it's limited, but you can get this for about $1. And let's just be real. How often are you going to play the Fusion spell to summon rare fish? Right? And yes, because there are level 5 sharks, you can use Instant Fusion to Fusion summon them. There are 4 other water-based monsters that you can use Ready Fusion for. And of those 4 other monsters, 3 of them are level 5 normal fish. So unless you have some rank 5 or rank 6 plays to go into when you do your Shark deck, I suggest just using one Instant Fusion to go into your lone copy of Rare Fish in the extra deck. That way you can save yourself some money. Now, for the $25 you would be spending, stay tuned for the cards that you should buy. Now, I want to shoot out 3 particular cards not to buy. And the main reason on not to buy these 3 cards is because they will be reprinted in Legendary Duelist 9. So if you don't have them already, go right ahead. And that is Xyz Remora, Buzzsaw, and Lantern Shark. Buzzsaw and Lantern Shark are key pieces in your Shark deck. They act as extenders that will both lock you into Xyz summoning for the turn. Xyz Remora can detach 2 materials from Xyz monsters you control to special summon it from the hand. Then it can get you monsters when special summoned from the graveyard, but they can't be used as Xyz material except for a water monster. All 3 of these cards, as you can see, are common, and they will be reprinted in common and Legendary Duelists 9. So you really shouldn't be going after any of these cards. Don't buy these cards. If you don't have your copies of these, just wait it out. Most Shark decks are running 2 copies of Xyz Remora, 2 Lantern Shark, and 2 to 3 Buzzsaw Sharks, just to give you some ratios to think about. Next up for the main deck, also something not to buy, is what I like to call the last monster you'll ever special summon, and that's Silent Angler. This card is in the Ice Barrier Structure deck. It was reprinted as a gold rare, and I believe this is also going to be reprinted again in Legendary Duelist 9. It is the last card you special summon, because once it's out, and if you're special summoning it, you can't special summon for the rest of the turn. So it's a 1 piece nonetheless. But, like Xyz Sleet Dolphin, it's an extender. It's getting the reprint, so wait it out. The last card that's also getting a reprint is from the extra deck, and that is our good friend Bahamut Shark. Bahamut Shark has become rather pricey, folks. And let's be real, most duelists don't have a copy of Bahamut Shark for their Shark deck, or their Marincess deck for that matter. But should you buy this card? No. It's going to be reprinted as a common in Legendary Duelists 9. So there's no point in getting this card. Now, let's talk about the cards that you can pull out for this. Nightmare Shark is one of them, but the main one is a card that you should be buying. And if you don't have a copy of this right now, oh boy, and that is the Toad. All duelists who play water decks know about the Bahamut Shark Totally Awesome combo. And this is the maximum gold rare. Originally this was $2, so if you manage to get some of these at the deuce that they were in, you're winning. But if you don't have one by now, you got problems. Just the maximum gold rare by itself, you're looking to spend $15 1/3. The secret rare versions, oh, these have actually calmed, well, the 10 version has actually calmed down. The 10 version was $30, and the original Invasion Vengeance was originally $40. $37 right now. So let's go on to the maximum gold version of this. Wow, oh Jesus, that went up. So 15, 16, someone actually paid $18.50 for a near mint of this card. So you got light plays for 14. We got light plays for 14. 14 for near mints that are unverified. 15s for unverified first edition. There's a 16. 16 1/4. 16 1/2. So $16.50, $16.50, $16.60. So about $15, $16 for one of these to pull off of Bahamut Shark, which again is getting reprinted. Now let's say you want to get the secret rare version. Let's take the one from the 10, because $30 is going to be woo Jesus, $34.90. That's $35. Look at this. So 27 was the last near mint. 25 was the last light play. So we have these light plays. That's what, $2 shipping, so that's $28, $29, $28 1/2, $29, $29, $29, $29 1/4, $30 for the 2017 Mega 10 version. So you're gonna want this, and it's gonna sting. You know, personally, get the gold rare for 15 if you don't have this already. You know, if you manage to get some of these when they were like $2 to $5, you win. If you have a spare one from your Paleo Frog deck and you're not playing the Paleo Frog deck, go for it. Now, let's talk about cards in the main deck that you're going to need. And unfortunately, I gotta flex a little bit because, yeah, this one is going to hurt now. And that is Beautiful Princess. Now, of course, the Beautiful Princess that you see here is in first edition. When I last looked at Beautiful Princess, it was a $12 card when I went shopping. But I saw two dudes, well, I saw actually two dudes selling these. One dude was selling them for a moderate price, and then this guy had two of these non-first eds for $5. And I took them. When I last looked, these were about $6 1/4 for light play first ed. So let's take a look at the market right now for our Beautiful Princess. And this is your play starter for the Shark deck, folks. So we have 4 for unlimited. Okay, $7 for first edition. Somebody bought 2 of them for $7 a copy. Okay. See, the Bahamut Shark for $4. Don't waste the $4. Just wait it out. So that's a heavy play first ed for $5. Light ed first eds for $6 1/3, $7. There goes the mod play first ed for $7. These are verified here. $7.50 for our limbs. Let's shoot to the first editions, please. Let's get to the first editions here. A near mint first edition, well, Italian for $7.50. We don't want Italian, we want English. Light play for $8. Near mint $8. All right, the first near mint first ad is $8. These got 12 of these things. So this is Beautiful Princess, folks. You're going to need at least 2 copies of Beautiful Princess. Mini Shark decks have 3 of this. So $8 a piece, that's $24. So the money that you would have spent on 1 copy of Ready Fusion, you can get you a playset of Beautiful Princess. You're going to need this. That's a nice big hitter there. Now let's go into Crooked Cook. Yeah. So many duelists have a hard time outing Crooked Cook in Master Duel. So let's get a quick price on Crooked Cook here. This is from Dragons of Legend, the complete series. Look at this. Oh, okay, that's not bad. So we got the original Dragons of Legend Unlimited. You can get it for like $1.50. So this is a nice little piece. And this is one of those, this is the wall, folks, that combined with the left-hand shark, just folks can't out it. And left-hand shark is an easy out from Brothers of Legend. That's like $1. Look at this, $2, so about $1.50 to $2 for copies of Crooked Cook. Now, remember this is a card that is a difficult out for duelists, but let's talk about the stunning aspect of this, and that is the Kraken action. So Krakens as a quick play can smack one of your opponent's monsters and then burn them for half the attack, and they can even regenerate. The Kraken can go into the Kraken spawns. So we'll look up Stealth Kraken first, and then we'll go into Kraken spawn. This is one of our other gets if you want to go for the stun or the control deck variants. And it's an aqua monster, so that's good to see. So they've been selling for about $1. Silent Sea Nettle is also a part of that. So there you go, a nickel for that. That's easy. There's your left-hand shark for a nickel. The right-hand shark, if you play it, for a penny. Look at this. $1.40, $1.75, about anywhere from 85 cents to $2 for your copies of that. Again, there's White Mirror is the Monster Reborn. You can get that for $0.10. Kraken Spawn. Let's take a look at these. Again, this is from Brothers of Legend. So if you have these, grab 2 of the Kraken spawns. You'll need 1 Kraken, 2 spawns, maybe 3 if you're playing it. Look at these prices. Quarters, 50 cents, $1.50, $1.50 for this thing. And you're gonna need at least 2 copies of the Kraken spawn. So that's $3 out the way if you want to do that. Now let's go back to Silent Sea Nettle because this is a part of this too. Look at these quarters. This is nothing. And it's an aqua monster that acts as an extender if you control a water monster. So you know how Duel Monsters loves their extenders. 15 cents for light play, quarters before tax. So about $1. This is just like bucks. No problem for the Kraken action there, folks. You'll need only 1 number 4 stealth Kraken, 2 if not 3 Kraken spawns, and the Silent Sea Nettles are on you. And of course the last card to work with that is the Floodgate. Our good friend Gozen Match. Now if you want to get the super rare of this, because this is the super rare, this also has common printing. But I'm not going to look up the common print Gozen Match because we know the commons are like on the cheapin' sheet. Let's get you some shiny cardboard here. So again, we got a lot of copies of Gozen Match. The Hidden Summoner super rare is going to go for $7. The structure deck ones, see, the original Crossroads of Chaos is $5. Wow. Hold up. Let me look at that. The original Crossroads of Chaos. I'm glad I have this set. I have a box of this. Look at this. Just the light play for this. Hold on. What rarity is this? Is this common? Common short print. Really? $5 for this? For the Crossroads of Chaos? Really? $4.19, $4.50? I'm about to say $2.53. There we go. That sounds better. So $2.50 for light play unlimited. There goes a light play first ed for $4.75. Okay, there you go. We don't do heavy plays, man. We don't do the heavy play action. This is just the common from the base set. Look at this. 5 in the dime, 5.15. That's no big deal. That's just for the common, folks. Now let's look at the super rare real fast, and then we'll wrap this up. So this is the super rare from Hidden Summoners. Looking at $7 for this baby, huh? $6.45, $6.50. All right, let's see what we got here. $5 light play, unverified. $6.45, $6.50, $6.60. These are all near mints, of course. Light play for that. $6.75 for a near mint first ed. $6.75, $7. So you're looking at $6.50 to $7 a copy for Gozen Match. And you're going to play at least 2 of that for the Floodgate to turn everything in the water and work with Kraken control. And your stun builds. So that is essentially your guide to building your shark deck. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Remember to like, sub, and bell. And stay tuned for the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful deck profile that I have of this very, very fun shark deck in the comment section below. Focus camera on the Abyss Keeper, which is about $1. Raise your thumbs if you've enjoyed this one. Now let me take my cards to the box because I'm done. Bye-bye, everybody.